Greetings, fellow keepers. It is Soniel here with yet another edition of the Keeper's Corner. And for this one, we're going to be taking a brief look at some of the top and more premier guilds in the Tower Keepers community. The first of which will be the reigning champion here, Elysium. Elysium is, of course, the guild that I am a member of, and has been the number one guild here in Tower Keepers for about as long as I can remember. And as such, Elysium does have a little bit of a stricter recruitment requirement than most of the other guilds in this community. We do require a 7,000 or higher initial prestige rating upon application and or proof of top 50 performance in tower or hero battles. And that is, of course, required with evidence of some sort, whether it be screenshots or your presence on those leaderboards at the end of a reset. If you're interested in applying to Elysium, then you can contact our fearless leader, Beatific, through the Tower Keepers Discord. You can see here he is the leader of our group, Elysium, and that is Beatific. Once again, you can contact him if you are meeting those minimum requirements. And please be warned that we do not mean to be overly strict or seem elitist, but of course we do like to maintain our position on top. And as you can see, we have a number of very high-performing members, so it's not fair to those that put in the additional work to allow low-prestige members to stick around. And as such, we are very strict, once again, with those entry requirements and those maintenance requirements. However, we'll be looking at next here the Awesome Sauce. Awesome Sauce is led by Legend Killa, who is a very knowledgeable player at the level 50 bracket, and has been slowly putting together a very great group of young PvPers and veterans alike who have been maintaining his 2,000 minimum prestige requirement and helping Awesome Sauce to maintain their position as a top 3 guild week in and week out. Once again, if you would like to apply to Awesome Sauce, you do require a 2,000 prestige weekly minimum requirement, but you can contact Legend Killa on the Tower Keepers Discord server, and we will provide a link in the description here on how to get onto that Discord chat if you are not there already. The third of which that we will be looking at is Oh My Guildness. Oh My Guildness is a group run by a collective of some of the most knowledgeable players in the Tower Keepers community, as well as a couple of employees of Ninja Kiwi, the company that develops the game. Those would be Mr. Meesix and Salmon here. Salmon is, in fact, actually a volunteer, if I'm not mistaken. However, all of these officers here in Oh My Guildness are very, very, very knowledgeable players. All of them were participants in the early beta tests and pre-global launch play. Anzu here, also known as Raven Plus, is widely considered to be the top hero battle player in the game at the moment. So if you are interested in joining Oh My Guildness, they typically have about a 2,000 minimum requirement as well. You can contact any one of these officers here. Typically Anzu handles most of their recruitment, if I am not mistaken. And another one we will be looking at is not Oh My Guildness again, my apologies. We'll be looking at Conscience. Conscience is run by Mr. Ammu, who is personally a very high prestige earner from week to week and has put together a great group of players who are all fairly active on the Tower Keepers Discord. He is currently requiring the same 2,000 minimum prestige as the other groups here, and this group is slowly working their way up into the top 2 and 3 ratings week in and week out. Another actively recruiting guild here is I'm a Hard Nut, led by Icarus. Icarus is one of the premier up-and-coming players in the lower level brackets. He is doing everything he can to lead by example here as a new leader in this group with a fairly significant prestige rating to help lead the pack there, and a fairly good group of officers surrounding him. So this is definitely a good group to consider as well. And a couple more we'll look at very quickly is Hogwarts is another great group here. This is led by Leonidas, also known as Mr. Steve-O, on the Tower Keepers Discord, and he has very quickly put together this full group of players that is already contending for top 1% rewards and slowly working their way up into the top 5 and top 3 ratings. They are very active in their guild chat. They're also very active in the Discord chat. So if you're one of those players that's looking for a lot of people to communicate with and people that are going to be on more often than not, Hogwarts is definitely a group for you to consider. And one more guild we'll look at here that is not in this top group, but is still a very good guild, and definitely one to be considered for most players, is an OK Guild. An OK Guild is led by Nyahpolitan, who is one of the most active players on the Tower Keepers Discord, and is also a very knowledgeable player in the 35 to 45 level bracket. He's also a mostly free player, so if you are as well and are struggling with anything, Nya has not once really failed ever to beat any campaign or PvE or PvP setting he's tried to tackle. So if you're struggling with strategies in those ways, Nya is always going to be able to help you out. Additionally, Frank and Jim Ren here are two of the top players in the game. Jim Ren is easily one of the 3 or 4 strongest hero battles players out there. So joining an OK guild at higher brackets simply to avoid him might be something you want to consider. But that's just a quick look at some of the guilds that are actively recruiting from time to time, and guilds that apply to a wide array of levels and prestige requirements and things like that. If you are a guild leader and you'd like to have your guild featured here on the Keeper's Corner channel, make sure you send me an email here, my email listed in the description or in the About section of my page, or you can contact me on the Tower Keepers Discord and give me those guild prestige requirements, applications, information, all that stuff that you want featured in the Keeper's Corner, and I'll make sure to put that out there in the next guild feature video. Of course, if you guys haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the Keeper's Corner so you can get all of our new uploads and updates as they come out. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and comment below with any suggestions on new videos or anything you'd like to see. We hope you guys enjoyed this brief look at the different guilds in the Tower Keepers community, and we will see you next time.